Hello one and all, and welcome back to more Let's Play Professor Layton and the Curious Village. I am the Max of Few Trades. In the last part, I went into... I'm terribly sorry, miss. I've completely and utterly forgotten your name. But I went into her shack of mysteries, although not the mystery shack itself. Granny Riddlesworth or something. Yeah. There you go. If the cottage is empty, it means you solved all the puzzles. Anyway, I went into her cottage, and there was a bunch of puzzles that I had missed, and I did all of them. Some went by fairly easily. Some were massively difficult for me because I'm very bad with numbers. But I got through it all the same. In this part, we are going to endeavor to make some plot progression, some real deal plot progression. Now, we know that we need to continue walking about town to, I guess, study the nightlife and figure out where Ramon is. That is our end goal. We're trying to figure out where Ramon is. So, how do we go about doing so? Hello there, boys. Turning in for the night already? Not yet, I'm afraid. We're still out surveying the town. By the way, have you seen Ramon around town today? Anywhere? Ramon? That skinny man with the big purple lips? I mean, I was never going to be the one to bring him up, but I'm glad you did. No, he hasn't come by today. But you know, for all his fancy clothing, I hear he's actually quite the layabout. So I've heard. He's probably off idling at the cafe. Why not go check for him there? Right! Yeah, no, 2 episodes ago, I remember, the cafe is open at night. You should go to the cafe. But I got completely blindsided by about 1 billion puzzles. I see. If that's the case, I'd like to go to the cafe right away. Do you mind keeping the front door open a little longer? Oh, don't you worry, Professor. Another guest arrived to stay the night, and I'm setting up his room. Besides, my door is always open for a dashing gentleman such as yourself. It's all in the top hat, Luke. It's all in the hat. All right, then. So, I want to go to the cafe, but... Okay. But this dude's standing in the way of the clock tower, so I can't go through to get to the place where the cafe was. And he said he lost a watch at the park. There's no way we can show our faces in the manor until we find some sort of clue. We must continue to investigate. I couldn't agree more, Professor. So, I can't go that way. Alright, well then my current issue is, I don't know where a park is. I don't think I've ever... Yeah, can I go through, good sir? Is this a park? Hey. Huh? Jared lost something again? I think he's getting kinda slow. He's always dropping stuff. So, what did he drop this time? Let me guess. Was it a wristwatch? Indeed, he did drop a wristwatch. Did you pick it up around here? Yep. Well, actually, no, because Beatrice was actually the one to find it. Thing is, it was already late when she found it, so she decided to hold on to it until morning. Go to the inn and you could probably ask her for it. Well, ain't that just serendipitous in every conceivable manner? So there you go. Now that I've got your attention, could you give me a hand to solve this here puzzle? Dark places give me the willies, but I wanted to solve this puzzle so bad I came out here for help. The puzzle is all about stars, see? Maybe you can make sense of the thing, Alright. Of course. I'd be happy to help you with it. I'm glad you are, Layton. I'm surely glad that you are ecstatic. Alright, what are we looking at here? Legend has it that people used to stare up at the heavens and find images of animals or important events in the constellations. Pretty sure they still do that. Or, well, I guess not so much now. But, you know, astrology really isn't considered like a real thing. Well, astrology is a thing, but I mean like constellations and stuff. They don't have any meaning, they're just neat, is what I'm trying to say. Looking up at the star-filled sky here, try to connect the 5 largest objects in space to form the that's very interesting wording. To form the largest 5-pointed star possible. Connect stars by drawing a line between them. Make sure that your line doesn't pass to another star along the way. So the 5 biggest objects in space? Because I noticed it didn't say the 5 biggest stars. And I'm also noticing that only 4 of these actually are big stars. So if that's the case... well, if that is the case, then... I'm just trying to figure out what the right... I guess maybe this would be my point, right? Because, I mean, okay, my ultimate conclusion is the 5 largest objects in space Earth is an object in space. So that might work. Hang on, let's find out. Let's... Aha! Oh! Oh, how clever, clever! Oh, experiment and you shall see. And you shall see. There you friggin' go, people. Okay, that one didn't get me. I like the puzzles that are like that. I like those puzzles because I can figure them out. But when it says, use the square root of a hypotenuse to get your isosceles fish sandwich to coagulate with the remaining side of your tangents, and x equals mc square, mc hammer. Yeah, no, stop telling me math. You're right. You need to connect the 4 stars to the Earth in order to form a star like this, the one shown here. It looks like the people are still finding inspiration in the stars. Well, that much is true. Hey, thanks a bunch. I can finally go home and catch a few winks. Oh, I'm tired, brother. Oh, yeah, now I remember. Beatrice found from the inn was the one to find Jared's watch. This jerkwad is actually making me yawn. Don't forget to ask her about it, okay? Okay, see you tomorrow. Yawn. Come, Luke. Let's go. Oh, a stuffed bear. I feel like Luke would appreciate it more, but it'd be funnier if it went to Layton. You know, there's no shame. Just because he's a true gentleman doesn't mean he can't enjoy a stuffed plush bear. I say! There's nothing ungentlemanly about that. Anywho, not quite. I heard word that you found a wristwatch. Did we skip part of the conversation? Found a wristwatch out by the entrance to the park. Oh, that old thing. Does it belong to you, Professor? Oh, no, it's Gerard's, Doritos, Jimmy, Jujums. You know that guy. He dropped it today while wandering about town and asked me to help him find it. Why am I not surprised? That man sheds more stuff than a cat sitting by a fireplace. That's a bit sweaty, but it checks out. All right, then. Here's that watch. You know, it figures that it belongs to Jared. I was just thinking to myself, the professor is far too fashionable to wear this old thing. I mean, also, I wear long sleeves, so it would cover up the wrists. So. Thank you very much. I am quite fashionable. And there you go. He does have a very, very tall collar. Anywho, I got myself some gizmos from solving all of those various puzzles. So let's go ahead and toss that in there. Give him a nose. Give him a little doodly-doo on there. Give him another leg. Give him an ass. And give him... Alright. So he's still missing a leg. And... I mean, another ear, clearly, but there seems to be some missing space there, too. Regardless, this robotic dog appears to almost be complete, which is nice. I like that. I like that notion. I also got a couple painting pieces. I think I'd much rather wait till I have as many pieces as possible. Otherwise, I don't know what the hell I'm going to be getting out of that. So we'll disregard that for now. All right. Now, I got you your goddamn wristwatch. Oh, finding a wristwatch reminds me of a puzzle. So you found my watch, did you? But of course, a gentleman always helps those in distress. Speaking of which, we're still quite worried about Raman's whereabouts and should probably return to our search now. Yep, St. Mystery is strange like that, despite its size. It can be quite challenging to find people. Sometimes it feels like running in a darn maze. Speaking of mazes, have you ever heard this one, Sonny? But we really must be. Too bad! Puzzle time! Alright, and it's a biggin'. Oh boy, it's a biggin'. Ah, jeez. Okay, what the hell's all this? A mysterious bandit is on the lam and trying to escape the police, who are hot on his trail. His entrance into the part of town is marked with an arrow. Okay, he starts here. This particular bandit follows a particular creed and has vowed never to go backward or turn around. Additionally, whenever he meets an intersection, he will always turn left or right. So he meets an intersection, he won't go forward. He only goes left. Okay. Now, as you can see from the map, this part of town has multiple exits, which are labeled A through G. Of all the exits here, which one will the bandit never be able to pass through? Okay, that's pretty simple. Okay, so I just need to figure out which ones he can go into. So, like, He goes this way. I'm gonna go left. And then he goes, an intersection. I'm gonna go left. So he can totally do that. No, clear that. That's not what I'm picking. Not what I'm picking at all. I'm spitballing here. All right, so let's say he did the exact same thing again, but instead this time he goes right. And then at another intersection, he could go left. At another intersection, he can go left. And then he can do this. And then he can go that way. Okay. So, by all of that, he could easily do that. Okay, so he can go through G and F. He can go there too. Okay. So, let's see. If you wanted to go through D... no, that would count as going back. So... clear that out. Hang on. Let's try something. Let's try something different. Go that way, that way, that way, that way, that way. Okay, so then he can go through D, and by that same hat, he can go through C. Okay. Is there any way for him to go through A? I want to go that way. I want to go that way. And then I want to go... Yeah, okay. So then... B. Unless I got it wrong, then I found all of the ones he can do. Yeah! I didn't hard confirm that he couldn't.
Critical thinking is the key.
I was just kind of hoping there, and I was right. All right. That's right. As you can see from the diagram, if the bandit must turn every time he approaches an intersection, the ways he can move through the town are set. There you go. There you go. You're a sharp one, Sonny. When I'm a bit sharp when it comes to specific kinds of situations. And other ones, I'm as sharp as a bowling ball. So, you know, if you're looking for someone, you should ask around at the inn or the cafe. As you know, the inn is right by the entrance to the village. The cafe is right at the fork in the road from north of here. Yeah, I friggin' know, dude. We've already searched the inn, but checking the cafe sounds like a good idea. We'll pretend it was yours. We'll be sure to stop by. Well, then I'm off to bed. An old man needs his beauty rest. Thanks again for your help. Tain't no thing. Good luck with your rheumatism. And a rug. I need to decorate that. I need to decorate. That's what I need to do. There we go. I think I already gave Luke a rug at one point or something. Can I check those ends through my trunk? Yes, I can. Hang on a second. Let's see what we can do here. All right. Oh, my. What a dump and no good. All right, so everybody is... brilliant. I just love how round it is. Oh, I think one rug should be more than... Oh, well, you have 2 rugs. Oops, my bad, dude. Hang on. 2 rugs? What will the professor put on his floor, then? I must say that I am very fond of handmade things. All right, but what do you think about this one? A round rug? It's a bit modern for my tastes. All right, that works for me, then. Do you like this bear? Oh, hello there, Mr. Bear. All right. Just look how expressive that bear's face is. Oh, it looks like they both like it. Interesting. What a fine piece of furniture. It even matches the walls. This stool looks like it wouldn't be very comfy to sit on. All right, well, then he appreciates that. But what about the bed? Well, it's not bad, I suppose. Wow, now that's stuck. That one's just... Yeah, all right, at least I was right about that much. Okay, all right. So, not great by any stretch, and Layton still has nothing to sleep on, but we're getting there. We're getting there. We just need a lot more stuff. All right, anywho, thanks for getting the hell out of my way. Now, I already foresee some puzzles are on the horizon here. All right. Hello, creepy child. Good evening to you, sir. It's almost my bedtime, but I've got one more puzzle for you. Want to see it? We didn't even get to respond. She just threw this right at our faces. All right, well, let's see. What on earth is this message getting at? The following is written on a piece of paper you picked up. Blank is 1,000 times blank blank. To turn this strange message into a proper sentence, all you need to do is fill in the blank with a single letter of the alphabet. But what letter could it be? You'll need to use the same letter for all 3 blanks. Really? Can we just talk about this dude's expression? What the flying hell you do? Anyway, I already foresee this being a problem. This is 20 picarats, really? Okay, well, let's think. If we could try to figure out what this is trying to say. Because, I mean, like, A is 1,000 times AA. Because I don't think that makes any sense. B is 1,000 times BB. So what's it trying to say? Something is 1,000 times something else. Maybe some kind of... like a math thing, you know? But like not doing math, but it's like a math term. Or like a unit of something. You know, like liters or something? Liter, like L is 1,000 times liter? No, that doesn't make sense. Well, what else would be meters? Meters? M is 1,000 times... Wait. A meter? Is a meter 1,000 times a millimeter? Do I dare even attempt that? I mean, it kind of I mean, it sounds like it makes sense. But I almost just don't trust my brain in general to even go for that. Honestly, I'm just kind of flabbergasted that I came up with something that sounds like it actually could make sense. Because it can't be weight, because that would be LB, and it's only one letter. The only thing that I don't know, and what's really making me question this, is I don't know if a meter is 1,000 times a millimeter. I don't know if that's a thing. Is it 100? Is it a million? You know what? Let's give it a try. M. M for me. The max.
That should do it.
Am I somewhere in the oh.
Every puzzle.
Did I randomly guess it, or was that actually what it was going for? 1 meter really is equal to 1,000 millimeters. Alright! Okay! How'd you like my puzzle? Pretty fun, right? It made me feel better about myself. You did such a good job. I'm gonna tell you a secret. Plus, this just means it's one less puzzle I'll have to do later. I heard that there's a man-eating monster in the tower, and that's why everyone stays away. I'm not silly enough to think there's actually a monster inside, but the place is dangerous. Seriously, it's not structurally sound at all. Who built that, how, and why? So be careful in there, mister. A bookcase! Now, Layton seems like the kind of guy that's gonna want a bookcase. He probably would rather have books in the bookcase, but still! All right. Cat and mouse gonna give me another cat and mouse puzzle? Professor, there's a cat here. Oh, here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Animals are very dear to you, are they not, Luke? Well, I have just the puzzle for you, then. Oh, bye. Number 48, cats and mices, of which they hate to pieces. Okay, what do we got? 5 cats can catch 5 mice in 5 minutes. With that in mind, how many cats does it take to catch 100 mice in 100 minutes? This reeks of a trick. Okay, so they're already making it a little more complicated. 5 cats can catch 5 mice in 5 minutes. So that means 1 cat can catch 1 mouse in 1 minute. With that in mind, how many cats does it take to catch 100 mice in 100 minutes? I have 2 ideas. How many cats does it take to catch 100 mice in 100 minutes? My brain immediately says 100 cats can catch 100 mice in 100 minutes. No. No. Because 100 cats would get way more than that because, yeah, no. Because 100 cats can catch... Because if one cat can catch one a minute, then that would be way too many. That'd be way too many cats. That's too many cats! My brain is having a hard time vocalizing it, but I'm pretty sure that is a thing. Okay. So then, if that's the case, then my other idea would be... Yeah. I'm just thinking it through. If it's wrong, it's wrong. But... that's a thing, right?
Well, here's my guess. I did it! Yes!
Yeah. Okay. 5 cats. 5 cats can catch 5 mice in 5 minutes. If the mouse hunt continues another 5 minutes, you can expect a total of 10 mice to get caught. In other words, the same 5 cats catch 10 mice in 10 minutes, 20 mice in 20 minutes. It's simply a matter of how long the 5 cat... Yeah. Good. Good. I almost fell into a trap. It might have been a trap of my own making, but I almost did. But then I jumped out of the way of the trap that I set onto the ground. I put a bear trap on the floor and almost fell face first into it, but I didn't. Wonderful job there, Luke. Painting scraps. Painting scraps. Give me all your painting scraps. All right. Oh boy, it's the shambling man. Here to shamble up a plan. And probably give me another puzzle. Hey, out looking for ramen, are you? Yeah, you're definitely looking for ramen. So you still haven't found the guy? Listen, streets here are dangerous at night. Crazy dangerous. You'll get a knife to the ribs. You can't go running all over town with a kid, because that's dangerous. It's crazy dangerous. I'm afraid I'm going to have to punish your poor judgment with a puzzle. Oh, but you'll still solve it. Yeah, of course you will. Of course you will, or I'll stab this child in the ribs with a knife. Otuf? Otuf? Uh-oh. Here you have a set of small paper cards. Paper boat. On each card is a single letter, but one of the cards is missing its letter. What letter belongs on the blank card? Otofan? Sunt. Okay. Huh. They have to all stand for something. There's like a pattern. But what would it be? OTTF. Blanco. SSENT. I don't think they're supposed to spell anything. I don't think that's a thing. Just trying to think of anything and everything, basically. Like, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. That doesn't work. What starts with an O? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Maybe? So, you're... That's a T! That's also a... That's a D! That's a P! Okay, hang on. That's a Q? You know, this would be so much better if you just gave me a keyboard. Okay, how about a lowercase f? That's a T! Okay, here's an idea. That's an L, that's... How'd you get an M out of a straight line? Okay. F. That's an X. F. That's a D. That's an L. Oh, whoa, okay, well, okay, I won't blame you on that one. My mouse got wiggy. How do I... Am I so stupid? Have I forgotten what the letter F looks like? F. That's an L. I don't want to take this L. Just F. That's a T. That's an L. That's an M. Okay, what if I just make a bunch of random-ass squibbles until you eventually decide that whatever I did was an F. An F. An F. That's an R. That's T. I want an F. That's a D. I want an F. That's an X. I want an F. That's a T. I want an F. That's a T. I want F. That's a B. I still want F. Thank you! What in the hell? Please let that also be right. It was. Jesus! I had a harder time using the UI than I did solving your puzzle. Christ! Thank you! The letters written on the paper correspond to the first letter in the numbers 1 through 10. Thankfully, counting something is just a natural impulse. Well, it looks like you solved it. All right, of course, we all knew a brainiac like you would solve it. If you're looking for the cafe, it's right there, but it's way past that kid's bedtime, you know, way past. Besides, the tower could start making noise again anytime, and there's a monster, and it comes down, and it stabs people in the ribs with a knife. Trust me on this, Professor. Go back to the inn. Yeah, back to the inn. Man, I hate that guy. That's it. That's it. Luke's getting a teak bureau. All right. Now that we've managed to get ourselves through that bullcrap, let's head on in. Oh, hey. It's Mr. Mustache. Oh, fancy meeting you here. I'm never gonna remember what voice I gave anybody. So we're gonna have a revolving door of weird voices that I can do. Fancy meeting you here. I've got a doozy of a puzzle right now. It's harder to crack than a cocoa nut. And who knows, it might even have something to do with the case you're investigating right now. Doubt that immensely. So, what do you say? Help a fellow detective out, will ya, brother? Oh, that's all very interesting, but I do believe there's been a mistake here. I'm no detective, you see. I'm just trying to solve a murder. Say no more. Undercover and all that. Yeah, very well. But I know a fellow sleuth when I see one. Us being in the same trade and all, I suppose it couldn't hurt if I let you have a look at this here puzzle. Now, look at it, look at it, look at it, look at it, look at it! All right, I'm looking at it. Oh, apparently this is an easy peasy one. What the hell happened to that man's head? A certain town only has 2 barbers in it. There aren't any other towns nearby, so everyone who lives there gets their hair cut by one of these 2 stylists. Looking at these 2 fine gentlemen, which should you go to for a haircut? Oh! Okay. I'm not gonna say I'm good at these, but I'm better at these on average. I see what they're going here. Okay. A certain town has only 2 barbers, which means these are the only 2 barbers in town. So everybody has to get their hair cut by one or the other, including the barbers. Which means, unless this dude is crazy and he cuts his own hair, which I find unlikely, that means this dude's screwed up. So we gotta go with the guy who looks all gangly glangelson.
There we go.
Because the other barber's hair looks good. Yeah! Okay! Yeah! That guy is so displeased. That's right! Everyone in the village gets their hair cut by one of these 2 barbers. This includes the 2 barbers themselves. Because people don't usually cut their own hair. You can, but usually you wouldn't. The barber on the right is absolutely going to start doing it from that point on, I'll tell you that much. The stylist with the butchered haircut is probably the more skilled of the 2. Probably. Aha, you've done it. You've solved that monster of a riddle. It was actually not that, whatever. Simply astounding. Even I couldn't do it. And my fingers are freaky long, and I burped in the middle of a sentence. Meh. Oh, it wasn't that difficult. But on a more important subject, have you heard word from Ramon lately? What's that you say, good sir? You want to solve more puzzles? All right, then. Here's a gem of a tip. Go visit Granny Riddleton. I already did. You go watch the previous episode, Zapon. My detective's instinct tells me that another case is developing as we speak. I must take my leave now, but perhaps I'll see you again tomorrow. And then he jumps out the window. Anyway, cool. What about you, cafe owner? Ho there. I've never seen your mug in here before. What'll it be, pal? Oh, I'm not ordering anything. I actually just came by to inquire about a certain matter. Not here for the special then, huh? Then what good are you? Well, what do you want to know? No one has seen or heard from Ramon, the servant at Reinhold Manor, since this afternoon. We've looked about everywhere to no avail. It's like he just vanished from St. Mystery. While talking with Crouton earlier, he mentioned a strange old man who was said to lurk around the village. Right, a creepy old man stealing people, and stuffing them in a bag. Do you, perchance, know anything about such an individual? An old man? Oh, right, that old rumor. So you have heard of him before. If you have any information, anything at all, please share it with us. You're not from here, are you? Seems like everybody in town knows everybody in town, so I feel like you would know if I was from this town. Thing is, I can't have you spreading crazy rumors around about St. Mystery to the outside world now, can I? Of course, if you're a puzzle lover, then maybe, just maybe, I could find it in me to trust you. That smile. Oh, I see you've solved 30 puzzles. Would I have had enough puzzles solved had I not gone to the riddle house last time? I don't know, but I'm going to tell myself that I wouldn't have, and I needed to solve all of them to get here. So we're good. All right, then. Here's an earful for you. Oh, I don't even have to solve a puzzle from you. I just had to solve a lot of puzzles in general. Yes. Yes. Best course of action. Best solution. Best day. I know a fellow who swears up and down that he saw a strange old geezer skidding about town. The fellow I know is Prosecuto? He's a wee one, but he's got the appetite of a wolverine. Bub, do you know where we might find this Prosecuto? Can't say for sure, but at this hour, he's probably at home snacking on something. His house is on the road that winds up north from here. Why don't you go and pay that walking icebox a visit? I will do just that. Back it up. All right, so you just want me to go north? Uh-oh. Oh boy, that's not, no boy. Ah, all those hint coins I've ended up losing. Yeah, there we go. All right, we got some of them back. All right. If I don't solve a puzzle now, I'm just gonna have to solve a puzzle later. So there's no point whatsoever in not doing it. So here we go. My, aren't the two of you up late playing detective? If you like solving mysteries so much, do me a favor and help me with a puzzle! Everybody in this town is a lunatic. All right, what do we got? When you weren't looking, someone came by and gobbled up your fish dinner. Oh no, not my fish dinner. Now I'm gonna have to eat pizza. The three brothers near the scene of this dastardly crime had this to say. Me? Oh yeah, I ate it. It was good too. Oh, well, that was easy. Mystery solved. Punch him in the face. B, I saw A eat that fish right up. C, B and I didn't eat that fish. Of these three brothers. Oh no, three brothers! Is lying to you, but which one is it? Okay. One of the brothers is lying. One of them is lying. Okay. It would be weird if A was lying. It's like, yeah, I ate it. So, no, okay. I saw A eat that fish. B and I didn't eat that fish. Okay, well, weird or not, I guess that doesn't really say. I mean, he still could lie, but okay. He says he ate it. He said he saw A eat it. And C is saying B and he didn't eat it. But that doesn't mean that, like, I ate it. That's not him saying that he didn't eat it. That's not him saying that he and A didn't eat it. It's just saying that B and he did not eat it. So then, I don't really have any way of being able to disprove this man's statements. He has such trustworthy eyes. He's got that Doug Funny stare. So, only one is lying. So, like, C isn't lying then, technically. He's like, no, B and I didn't eat it. So he's, like, trying to get through it. So if this is true, if he's saying the truth, then he ate it. And he's saying the truth, saying they ate it, then he's lying because he's... Well, that's still technically true, isn't it? Because he saw it, but he's not... It's like That's weird, because it's like he's not telling the whole truth, and is half a truth a lie? We're about to find out if half a truth is a lie.
That should do it.
Is half a truth a lie? Alright, so that was incorrect then. Remember, you're looking for the liar in the bunch, not the person who ate your fish. While B didn't eat it, C did, so half of his statement is true, but half of his statement is a lie. Is a half lie a full lie?
Here we go.
Half a lie is full lie! Okay!
Another puzzle solved.
Alright. The liar here is C. A and C split your dinner and each ate half. The answer becomes clear when you realize that if A is lying, B must be lying as well. The same thing happens when you assume that B is the liar, therefore the only possible answer is that C is a lying, a scenario that only works if C actually did eat some of the fish. Okay. It's a bummer, but okay, I understand how I got wrong. I get it. At the very least, if at the end of a puzzle, if that I'm struggling with, if I can look at it and go, oh, okay, then, you know, I can work with it. Well, you took care of that one in a hurry, didn't you? And here I thought that you were just another well-dressed city slicker. You showed me. Well, I believe one good turn deserves another, so why not let me take a look at your fortune? Oh, that ain't good. I see a series of inauspicious events occurring during your stay at St. Mystery, as if that had not already transpired to begin with. Watch your step. A television! That's the best news ever. I'm gonna have to root around on that one. Yo, fishmonger. You look like a fishmonger. Are you a fishmonger? Please be a fishmonger. Giuseppe! That's a fantastic name. Must have been a drag even to keep your investigation all through the night. How about a puzzle to break? It's not a puzzle break if all I ever do is puzzles. I just got the puzzle for a night like this. All right, here I go. What are we doing this time? Monster. Oh no, the town is in grave peril. As you read this, a fearsome monster is launching an attack on St. Mystery. Ward off the beast by stabbing it in the eye. And for goodness sake, hurry. A monster? It's not a kitty cat. And if you're trying to tell me that it is a kitty cat, then I ain't here for it. There's some interesting and I see. Okay. Huh. I mean, those look like eyes poking out, but that's not really... I'm just seeing if there's anything more obvious. Because that's not really a fearsome monster launching an attack. That's more just glowy eyes in the dark. Spooky, perhaps, but a monster attacking? Not so much. A lot of these look like faces. And I think that's just some dude. He ain't no monster. That's just Lenny. He's doing his best. You don't have to get on his case for it. Hey, wait a second. Well, that looks interesting. Hold up. Is this one of them negative space type dealies? Kind of looks like a mouth, arm, foots, maybe a tail. If that's true. And that would also make some sense because it's saying, you know, stab it in the eye. But like, if say this house was the monster, which eye, you know? Which eye? Which eye? But this only has a eye. So either that's a stupid ass shot in the literal ass dark, or it's the cat.
That should do it.
We good? Oh! Let's go!
Key to success.
Okay, cool. Well done. It seems the fiend was hiding in the night sky. You certainly gave it what for. I guess I did. I threw that knife real heckin' hard at the moon. Well, I mean, Link once shot the sun with an arrow and got fire arrows out of the deal. So I guess, you know, he got a good enough arm. It could make it happen. You sure devoured that puzzle. Seeing as it's getting late, I should warn you both about the kidnapper that's been sneaking about town. Make sure you don't get snatched up walking around St. Mystery. That'd be a great A shame. Har, har, har. That's a very distressing thing to say. A lot of the people in this damn town are so weird, dude. Oh, great. It's angry Ernie again. All right. Arrgh! I can't sleep because of this stupid puzzle I've been tossing and turning for hours. I'm going to lose it for real this time if I don't figure it out. Arrgh! Okay. The puzzle might hurt my brain, but I'll tell you this much, it's never pissed me off. Whoa. A star the same shape and size as the one shown on the right is hidden somewhere in this picture. Oh, God. Whoa. Okay. I need to find a perfect star shape. Perfect star shape. Can I? Alright, so you're gonna trace its outline. Like. Good. It doesn't let me do that. Okay, but hang on. Just humor me. I'm trying to find shapes. No, but I'm not seeing a point there. I'm just seeing a big mess. So that can't be right. Why you do that? Damn mouse. Still not really seeing a point. Ugh, yeah, that ain't it. Huh. I think what's really getting me is the fact that this is like... It's a perfect star shape. I ain't seeing no perfect star upon thar, if you know what I be saying. Where are you keeping your perfect star? Where are you keeping it? Alright, well. This isn't really a puzzle as much as it is just to find the damn thing, so we can zip ahead for this one.
A few moments later.
Oh, hang on. Do you think that's it? Because I kept seeing it there, and I couldn't see it anywhere else. I don't know if my tracing was good enough, though.
I think I've got it.
All right, they're forgiving. They're forgiving.
Today.
Oh, yeah, you got it. Doesn't spotting a star earn you a free wish? My wish is not to make the puzzles easier. My wish is a secret wish that I will keep to myself. Hey! Why'd you have to go and tell me the answer? I've been thinking up an answer for days now, and you just go and ruin it? Thanks a lot, you jerk. Boy. Whatever. I ain't in the business of giving a goddamn about whatever it is you're going on about. Looking for... Oh, what the... Okay, I was just trying to click the shoe. I was trying to click a shoe! Oh my, that is a man that definitely likes to eat. Ah, damn it! This meat isn't meat, it's a puzzle! Look, it's a hidden puzzle in the meat! Why are there puzzles in the meat? Oh, God. A tetrahedron trial? Oh, God. What's that mean? Ah! Oh, I don't like it. The image below is of a tetrahedron that has been disassembled so that each of its four faces lie flat. Which of the triangles should you insert in place of the question mark so that when the tetrahedron is put together, both the red and blue lines continue unbroken from one face to the next? Huh? Okay. Crap. This isn't good. It's like a more complex version of that one other puzzle. With the cards. Okay. Because it means it's not just... A triangle can be flipped and turned into any direction. God, why can't you just let me... Oh. Okay. Well, fine. Let's try this way. With A, if the point is up that way, then blue connects to nothing. If it's down there, then it still connects to nothing. If it's there, then it might connect. And considering the fact that... Turn in my head. It looks like it could, but I don't think that it can. Okay. It's all about lining up all the lines until there are no lines of which to line anymore, until there is no more line, but there's so much line.
Eventually.
Yeah, the way I see it, A and D can't possibly be it. B and C are the ones that I'm really looking at, and I think that is what we're looking for.
Well, here's my guess.
What was this doing in a ham shank?
Saves the day.
Whatever. Excellent three-dimensional visualization is crucial to solving this puzzle. Yeah. God. Criminy. Done! Let's go find more puzzles! Or we could actually do what we set out to do in the first place, god damn it. I wanted to get hint coins, and instead I was besieged by bullcrap. Is that Bob Ross? No, he has a guitar. Hey, there we go. Give me your hint coins. I need exactly one more hint coin to make up for the hint coin that I spent on that. Yeah! Okay, now we can talk to the guy who's eating. I am content.
Alright, what do you want? Start jawing so I can get back to dinner.
Jawing? I don't think I've ever heard someone refer to talking as jawing. I heard from a fellow at the cafe that you witnessed a strange old man prowling about, stuffing people into a large bag and then going and then skipping through town. Could I ask you for a more detailed account of what you saw?
Okay. I think it was something like 4 days ago.
Oh, damn, that do be creepy, though.
I was on my way home from the market when I saw this creepy guy sneaking around. So I took a closer look, right? I wanted to make sure he didn't, clean out the butcher before I got there, because, I eat a lot. That's my character trait. Up close, it was some spooky old guy with a huge gobble snapper, snop, chop snapper. I yelled at him, but the geezer just bolted. I was all like, man, look at that old man must have moved. And I thought that was pretty dope. I think that weirdo's one who's been kidnapping people. Probably stuffing them in a bag. If you gotta be out at night, watch yourself, you hear? Well, that was utterly pointless. Okay. Did this give us anything? I don't know if we got anything from this. Oh, I'm tired as all hell, man. Oh gosh, sorry, Professor. It's not that the investigation is boring me or anything. I just haven't slept in the last 73 hours. Ah, you absolute weakling. It's been 132 for me. It's gotten late. Let's report our findings to everyone at the mansion and wrap things up for the day. We haven't really... Ah! He's in a bag! Professor, look over there! There's an old man. He's stuffing the man, and then stuffing him in a bag! Stuffing him in a bag! Oh my gosh, is that Ramen? Stuffing him in a bag! Bag stuffer!
Luke, sir, hold it there.
Right behind you.
Stop having a bag full of people! You can't stop a man in a top hat! Not the cat! Run faster, Layton! Faster! Ah, we lost him. Oh man, we need to work on our cardio.
My word.
Oh well, this village do be rather curious. Oh no, we've lost him! Luke, you saw that too, didn't you? No doubt about it. That was Ramen, and he was stuffed in a bag. Does that mean that the kidnapper killed Ramen too? Blah! Well, we don't know that he's dead. But I mean, given the fact that someone has died, he could be a corpse snatcher. Steady there, Luke. I think we do well to return to the site of Ramon's abduction. The kidnapper may have left a clue behind, you see, what with his running away like a coward. Right, lead on, Professor. The mysterious rumbling. I thought we already had the mysterious rumbling in our mystery book. We need to go sweep the site of Ramon's abduction for clues. You're absolutely right, Professor. Sleep will have to wait again. Professor, look at this! Yo, don't we already have one of dems? This appears to be identical to the item recovered from the crime scene at the Reinhold Manor! Do you think it might help us find who's responsible for both crimes? Hell if I know, Luke. Hell if I know. Perhaps. At any rate, our first priority is to report our findings to Lady Dahlia. Come, Luke, back to the manor. And off they go. Woo! We done's it. We done'd it. Alright, let's at least get the next chapter, started. After witnessing Ramon's abduction, the professor and Luke return to the manor to report their findings. We have urgent news! Ramen has been abducted! What? Who? How? I must inform Madame at once! Madam, something terrible has happened! So are you saying that Ramen has been involved in some kind of foul play? No, we can't be sure of that yet. However, time is of the essence. We have no idea if that was his corpse in a bag or what. We must organize a search to locate him post-haste. Luckily, nobody can leave the town. Mr. Layton, what's the meaning of all this? Why do you insist on whipping the town up into a frenzy? I've literally done no such thing. I've told a grand total of 2 people. The situation has changed recently, Inspector. We saw Ramen being abducted in town. I'm afraid you may have a serial murderer case on your hands. We must rally the people of St. Mystery and organize a search. Why, we could even get the murderer involved. That would be fun. Mr. Layton, last time I checked, this was my case, not yours, and yet I'm doing more for it than you are. Quite frankly, I would suspect you of being the murderer if that were not so freakishly obvious. It's too late to start looking tonight. We'll organize a search first thing in the morning. We've no time to debate whether or not to wake a few sleepy villagers. While we sit here bickering, poor Ramen may already be... Everyone, your attention, please! Not the fat guy! Honestly, Matthew, can't you see we're busy right now? I'm assuming the fat guy got murdered. What is it? My sincerest apologies, madam, but it's Ramen. He's oh, that's not the fat guy being murdered. That's Ramen's return. Returned? But he was in a bag. Yes, after the professor honored us with a visit, I went to the market to do the shopping. Why do you ask? Just what is going on here? There you have it, Layton. Now will you finally leave the detective work to the detective? But we saw it. We saw it happen right before our eyes. Ramen, don't you remember any of this? That's enough, Luke. But no, he was... I must apologize, Inspector Chia. It was dark out, and it seems that I was mistaken in what I saw. Now, if you'll excuse us, it's been a very long day, and I do believe we could all use a little rest. I certainly agree. The last thing I need is some drowsy scholar creating a panic in the village. Well, good night to you all, then. Alright, so my current running theory is that we've got a pod people situation. Because, and this isn't entirely baseless, because the Baron's first wife vanished and a second nearly identical woman showed up. Interesting, is it not? And in this exact situation, Ramen goes missing. We see him stuffed in a bag, carried away by an old man, and then another very suspiciously similar person just decides to wander in and take ownership of his identity. That is my currently running theory, and I'm sorry that I accused you of being dead, large man. It seemed likely. No matter how I try, I just can't seem to find that special someone. Hey, I ain't here to play matchmaker. Tell me, Professor, what does an eligible bachelor like myself have to do to find a girl? Cardio? I had an epiphany the other day. I think the reason I'm alone is because I can't solve this puzzle. That is so probably definitely not why. Although at the same time, this town is absolutely sieged by puzzle fever. So maybe being a bad puzzle solver just makes you a non-option for women. Maybe that's all there is to it. Maybe solving this puzzle will solve your problems. Oh, how I've tried to solve it, but no matter how many nights I spend pondering it, the answers elude me. Please help me, Professor. I don't want to spend the rest of my life talking to my stuffed animals. Am I being called out right now? Wait, this is puzzle 12? What? Make a rectangle? What? What the hell's going on here? If you want to cut the piece of paper shown in diagram 1 into 2 pieces and then reassemble them to form a rectangle, all you have to do is cut the paper as shown in diagram 2. Yeah. However, in order to assemble the pieces as shown in diagram 2, you need to flip one of the pieces over before putting them together. Where should you cut the paper if you want to turn the paper in diagram 1 into a rectangle without flipping either of your 2 pieces? That's a rather strange question. But I mean, I guess puzzles be puzzling, right? What are you gonna do when a puzzle runs wild all over you, huh? Okay, well then it's just kind of figuring out a shape. So if I want to make a rectangle without flipping anything, I need to find a new way to cut it. Probably involves the hole. Oh, well hang on. Can you boop, and then twisty, and then boop. No flipping involved in that one, is there?
There we go.
Yeah. Yeah, okay,
Another
cool.
puzzle solved.
That was a fit. That was a 40. That was a 40. All right, I guess I got lucky. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea what I'm good at, what I'm bad at, if I'm consistent, if I'm inconsistent. I really don't know. Now that you know the answer, the puzzle seems quite simple, doesn't it? Yeah, I mean, I just kind of had to stare at it for long enough. Wasn't that hard? Oh, joy! I'm positively tingling with excitement. With that puzzle solved, I'm sure I'll find a bride in no time. Yeah, keep me updated on if that's actually a fact or not, my dude, all right? Because, I fail to see how, but, you know, I'm curious. Inspector, Chelme and Madame have already retired for the night. Ramon is likely off to the cafe. You've had a very hard day, Professor. Do try and get some rest. Good night, sir. Thank you, Butler Butlersworth, which I assume is your name, because I have a hard time bothering to remember anyone's names. I wonder if we really did just mistake what we saw on the street. Sure didn't look like it. I mean, I don't know anybody else in town who looks like that. No, I'm certain that it was Ramon. When we saw him there, wasn't the slightest hint of life in him. He may have lost consciousness, but how odd that he should return healthy as can be an hour later. Stranger still is the fact that he seems to have no memory of what we saw happen to him. It's so peculiar. Plus, Ramen wasn't even the first. Lots of people seem to have had the same experience. Any other village would be in a panic over something like this, but St. Mystery. Well, it's peculiar, that's all. There's something very peculiar about this whole town. No, Luke. It's not a peculiar town, it's a curious village. Did you not read the title, child? Yes, in most places, no one would stand for this. But we've seen that St. Mystery is anything but normal. Interesting indeed. But what does it mean? Oh. The morning sun has arisen. It's a shame this place is kind of creepy-deepy, because honestly, it really feels like it should be very quaint and lovely. Yes, don't you worry. I'll let him know. Oh, hello there. There was a phone call for you. It was from an Inspector Chi something or another. Oh, thank God, I finally have something I can call him. Inspector Chi something. From Inspector Chi something? He just kept saying that it was urgent and that you should meet him at Reinhold Manor at once. He probably wants to talk about what happened yesterday. Maybe so. We won't know until we get there, though. Come, Luke. Let us hop, skip, and boogie our way on downtown. Do you have a puzzle? Is that a thing that you want to do? Be a puzzle baroness? There you are, Professor. Would you help a girl out? I've got something here I'd like you to look at. I made this darling sandwich for my special lunchbox, but the silly thing is too big. Can you make it fit? That's the most practical puzzle I think we've encountered so far. Like, I'm actually trying to do so. That is a weird sandwich. But that's the most practical thing we've been asked to do. Okay. Using scraps left over from your breakfast, you've managed to cobble together a rather oddly shaped sandwich. How many times must you cut the sandwich in order to make it fit neatly into the container? I mean, make it fit neatly? Well, then probably as little as possible. Okay. Okay. There's gotta be, like, an incision point somewhere in here, right? Because I'm trying to think of where the best place to cut it is, because the way I'm looking at it, you see like the two different spikes to it, and with those two different spikes, they can kind of like, like you could like put them together like a puzzle. It's like the last one. It's like the paper we had to cut, but it's with a sandwich. So, if you do that, then maybe... like that? Oh. Oh. It didn't actually care about... oh. One. You only have to cut it once. Oh, I made it so much more harder than it needed to be. I didn't need to figure out how to do it. I just had to figure it out. Oh, well, I knew that almost immediately. That's right. This puzzle is a snap once you see how this... hey, well, for what it's worth, I was right about where it was supposed to go. Is a snap once you see how the sandwich protruding edges fit together. Yeah, there you go. Oh, Professor, you're just the cleverest. Thanks for helping me figure this out. Simple chair! Give it to Layton. Okay. I'm digging it. Let's take a quick gander at the end real fast. Let's see, how are we looking? Well, it's better, but there's still much to be done. True enough. Do you want a chair? Oh, I rather like this chair. Well, good, you can have that chair. Do you like this thing? It's well made, but it needs something on top. I see. These drawers are just the perfect size for me. I see. Goody, a bookshelf. I was just thinking about how much I wanted one. Well, it's a bit smaller than the one I have at home. Then that means you don't like it. Now, neat, a telly. I wonder if it still works. A television? That's nice, but I prefer a good book myself. Ah, I see. Interesting. Getting there, I suppose. I guess I just need a whole lot more stuff. I just need so much more stuff, you guys. You have no idea. All right, let's back it up. What I really want is for it to say Chapter 5 begins, before I stop the episode. So I guess we'll just keep going till that happens. Looks like you fellas are getting used to the same mystery. Well, it's deja. Believe you me, you'll be buried in all sorts of difficult puzzles before you can shout. By now, I'm sure you've realized that you can retry the puzzles you failed to solve it. Yeah. However, have you also noticed that some puzzles just seem to vanish before you get back to them? Yeah, they end up in the house, and I solve them there. That's right. You see, that's the way it is with some things in life. Once they're gone, they're gone. For good! But rest at ease, you though. Those puzzles you thought had vanished have merely moved elsewhere. You must seek out Granny Riddleton's shack. It's a strange old building, so it should be easy enough to spot. Yeah, okay. Yeah, don't get too sloppy just because you know how you can retry puzzles. There's no honor in laziness. Yeah, is there honor in looking like a dumbass on the internet? That's what I want to know. Anyway, let me throw a puzzle your way to keep you sharp. All right, it's always got to be that way, huh? All right, fine. Alright. The local museum has an exhibit that spans 9 rooms. As shown in the diagram below, the entrance to the complex is marked by A, and then exit is marked by B. The security guard on duty is a bit of a loafer and wants to walk each room of the exhibit while turning as few times as possible. What is the fewest number of turns he can make while still visiting every room? As an example, the diagram below shows a course that involves 6 turns. So I guess we need to do even less. Is the answer you want a number is what you want. Okay. Okay. In order to go through every single one, I mean, go 1 turn, 2 turns, 3 turns, 4 turns. But I mean, he's a bit of a loafer and wants to walk each room to the inch. So I don't think this will work. I don't think you can turn around. I don't think that's what we're asking for. Okay. How do I cut that down? I'm thinking maybe there's some kind of crisscross 'em ups that I could do. Like, I don't know. Walking, I mean, walking, and then walking, and then walking. That's every room, right? And that would be how many turns? 1, 2. That'd be 2 turns. Anything else? The only thing I have is that I mean, it kind of looks like it could work, but it also kind of looks like I'm like really stretching where the lines should be able to go, you know? Like, that almost seems like they wouldn't let you get away with that. It's like, those lines aren't nearly straight enough. What the hell's wrong with you, dude? But hey, if we're wrong, we're wrong.
Luke, here's my answer.
What's your answer? Oh! Okay, but did I get the correct pattern?
Puzzle solved.
Did I do the ding? I did the ding! Alright, mine was sloppy as hell, but yeah, that's right. If the security guard takes a path like the one shown above, he can finish the patrol of all 9 rooms in just 2 turns. Since the example shows the guard turning right angles to go from room to room, it's easy to assume that your solution works the same way, even though that's not the case. Woo! Kia. Now that's what I like to see. Seems the training I've been giving you has paid off. You have done nothing of the sort. No need to thank me. Anywho, be seeing you around. A task! Just toss it in with Layton. Just toss it in with Layton. I've got a lot of stuff to put on top of stuff, but what I don't got is a lot of stuff to put on top of stuff. Oh my god, there is so much Alright, you guys just ready for a huge-ass episode? Then that's what we're getting. Still no luck in finding the villain. What an odd world we live in. Well, you know what they say, truth is stranger than fiction. And yet this is fiction. Speaking of fiction, I just thought up this little gem. Please give me your honest feedback on it. If and I simply, absolutely must. This puzzle is worth 40 picarats, which means it's a oh god, what am I looking at here? Several rectangular sheets of transparent film are arranged on top of each other as shown. The line represents areas where one sheet overlaps with the other. At the thickest point of the pile, how many sheets are overlapping? I see. Okay. Well, that would be as close to the middle as is possible, right? Somewhere around this-ish round. For example, okay. Like, let's use this as just our starting point. That would be, you know, that's 1. Wait, no, that's not 1. It's not even. Not even. So if that's not it, because that would be 1, it'd be 2. Well, maybe. Let's give it a try. Because I just think it has to be something like that. So that's 1 that would be there. That's 2 that would be there. That's 3 that would be there. And then I think this is another one, so that would be... But that's not going over it. Also, well, no, that doesn't even make any sense. Where did I... Oh, no. Weird. How did I get that? How did I even get that? Then there must be somewhere else. Cool. It's gonna be one of those days. Maybe here. 1, 2. But then this one doesn't. This one doesn't. It would be so much easier if I could very quickly and easily identify what is and isn't a full sheet of paper or film or whatever. Okay. So, like, is that it? Is this it? Is that the... Like, I think it would be really super great if I could figure out exactly how many things there are. Because, like, this right here. I don't think this is its own separate thing. I think that's just an overlap. So... Also, call me crazy. I think this might really actually be onto something, because why does it turn green? Like, darker green the further in it goes? Because that's got to be where. So I just have to figure out how many pieces of paper there are. Okay. You know what? I like that plan. Let's find out how many pieces of paper there are. There is at least one here. Anything that sticks out at the end has to be its own piece of paper. So that's 2. That gives us 3. And that has to be its own 2. It gives you 4. And this has to be 5. Yeah, that has to be 5. And then my mouse made that happen, so that sucks. And then there's 6. And then there's 7. Okay. I believe... And I didn't say this initially. Several rectangular sheets of transparent film on top of each other as to the lines of the areas. Which one sheets overlap together? Okay. So no, it didn't outright say that there were 7, but I know that there are 7. Okay. Or at the very least, that is my strongest guess. So, we also know that not all of them are overlapping on top of each other. I'd argue this one is useless. Utterly pointless, as a matter of fact. But which ones contribute to the middle most? This one does. This one do. This one do. This one do. And that one do. So somewhere in here is the most overlapped part. If I had to guess, this piece of paper, this piece of paper, this piece of paper, this piece of paper, and this piece of paper. There's got to be an overlap point in there. So I'm gonna say the thickest point of overlap is 5.
Here's my answer. Yes! Another puzzle solved.
There you go! Okay. Alright. Yeah. I was looking at the wrong little bit, but I was right. It was sort of in the middle. And yeah, there's the 1, and there's the 2, and the 3. I'm using my finger to point. You can't see that because I can't move I can't move the Gouda over to the top screen. But I assure you, yeah. This puzzle seems straightforward, but it's quite formidable when you get right down to it. It's just a lot of staring at it. That's the problem. It's a lot of staring. Beautiful look. But I think the puzzles I write into my next novel will be even harder than that one. If you have time, stop by later. I'm sure to have an utterly fascinating puzzle prepared for you by then. So you say. Thank you for the gadget and gizmo aplenty. What about you? Do you also have a puzzle? Because I want to get these out of the way, man. Hey, Professor. Looking busy as usual, yep. Oh, I've got this puzzle I just can't figure out on my own here. Can you lend me your thinking cap? No. Nothing on earth will get me out of this hat. Of course, if I ever end up seeing him without his hat, then I'll have to eat my words. Below are 6 linked rings. They may look like a tangled mess, but there is one ring that, if cut away, would leave the remaining 5 rings connected end to end in a long chain. Which one must you cut in order to make the chain? Oh boy. Okay. Let's see. A is linked up with B and D. B is linked up with C and D. C is linked up with... Is it linked up with E and B? Might be. F appears to only be linked up to E, I think. And E is that. So, if we want to cut the... We basically want to cut the most complex one to free the others, basically. And if that's the case, I think the one that's causing the most problems... I don't know if it's just my eyes tricking me, but it kind of looks like everything is a little more uniform and clear. But here looks like a big jumbled mess. And I think that would mean, with the amount of intersection going on here...
Luke, here's my answer.
Yeah! There you go. There you go. Yeah! Good job. If you examine the connections for each ring, the answer is surprisingly easy. I don't really know if I have the right to ever call anything that whatsoever, but sure. Oh, so that's how you do it, yeah? Well, I can finally rest at night. This thing's been bugging me for days. Let me tell you something neat. And by neat, I mean really terrifying. Oh, cool. This thing that I've actually seen that old man with the big sack coming out of the tower up north. I bet you dollars to donuts that he's the one behind all these disappearances. Well, I saw him stuff a man in a sack and then run away with him, so yeah. I wonder what he does up there. Hey, no, I don't even want to think about it. It's just too scary. Probably eats people. Pile of books! He's all about that stupid nonsense. He's the big stinky nerd. Oh, I can't go in there. Oh, because we're supposed to go to the manor. Right. Please don't bump into anybody. I don't. What's this? What in the hell is this doodly-doer? What's that on the ground? Looks like a scrap of notepaper. What's it say, Luke? Let's see here. Drink your Ovaltine. What? It's just terrible. Lady Violet has an awful case of the flu and hasn't left her bed for days. I'm no doctor, so I can't think of any way to help her. Oh, what to do. Lady Violet? Oh, this journal must be talking about Baron Reinhold's first wife. Why is it just suddenly on the ground outside? My heart is heavy as I write these words. The loss of his wife has completely crushed the boss. If only there was something I could do to help. He walks around looking like he's had the wind knocked out of him. And that's the end. Gosh, whoever wrote this must have cared an awful lot for the Baron and his family. Ain't that the question? Alright, so look, we can come back for that guy, alright? Just let me through. Just let me into the manor. We can talk to the cat later. Just let me into the manor. I just want to get the next chapter started. I just want it started, okay? Yeah. Are you trying to poison me? What are these vile things? You oaf, some butler you are. What the hell's going on? I'm so sorry, sir. I detest sweets. The very sight of them turns my stomach. Get that plate out of here at once. Jesus Christ. Yes, but of course. You don't have to yell at the man. Man, you are a right proper asshole, ain't you? Ah, Layton, there you are. You requested our presence, Inspector something? My sources tell me you've been out snooping about and interfering in my case. Just what are you up to? We're trying to solve the case. Oh, it certainly wasn't my intention to interfere in your case. However, a few things don't make sense. Leave the investigating to the police and go chase after that golden apple or whatever it is. Don't you worry your pretty little head about it. I'll find Simon's killer, and of that you can be sure. Now, unless you have something else to say, I've got work to do here. Understood. Good day, sir. That inspector has some nerve dismissing us like that. Like I said before, I don't like him one bit. And on that, we see eye to eye, even though yours are very crossed. What do you say we go ask Ramon about yesterday, Luke? When does the chapter start? Okay. Back it up. There. Will you start this godforsaken chapter? Good day, Ramon. How are you feeling today? Fit as a fiddle now, Professor. Perhaps even as vivacious as a violin. That awful fatigue from last week seems like it never happens. As you can see, I'm bursting with energy as my skin is soft as a baby's. I feel like a teenager again. Just like Wilfred Brimley. Pod people. Is that so? Well, that's good to hear. He doesn't seem to remember what happened yesterday, does he? Getting put in a bag. He has no idea what happened. Maybe he got bludgeoned in the head. So what's our next move? We shall respect the inspector's wishes and leave the murder case alone, Luke. It's as Inspector Chi something said, solving crimes is the police's job. Besides, something tells me that the case and the golden apple are more related than we suspect. That's the intuition of yours talking again, isn't it, Professor? Oh, first and foremost, we need to find a clue that will bring us closer to the golden apple. Perhaps one of the Baron Reinhold's relations or close friends can point us in the right direction. Of course, there's also someone else. Let's see if the family butler has anything to say on the subject. And so the chapter begins! It's finally time to start the search for the golden apple. Explore for clues! And also do yourself some friggin' puzzles while you're at it, alright? That's what we'll do in the next part. I'll see you all then. I hope you had fun. This episode went better than the last one. By a wide margin. Still some troubles, but we're doing better. I'll see you all next time.